Hey guys, it's your boy Son, the Speedster, back with another video. And today I'm reacting to Worst Jokes Ever Part 3 Celebrated Stories by dolan. I already seen the first two off scene, so if they was really funny, I might even do a I wouldn't say a reaction video, more like a setback live video on there. Like, what do you call a reaction video that you already seen? Whatever, let's just get into this. And if you can't tell, I'm using the DU recorder in order to let you see the whole screen.
Dolan.
From school shooting jokes in church to a poorly timed Jew joke, the Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about our most awkward bad jokes. I'm Doopy, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by the G-Man5918. When Gergak was young and stupid, he was obsessed with edgy Jewish jokes. One time, while hanging out with his neighbor, he told this joke. What's the difference between a Jew and a bullet? The bullet comes out of the chamber. Gergak thought this was hilarious until he later found out his neighbor was actually Jewish. This neighbor now goes out of his way to avoid Gergak. Number 9 was submitted by 1704626. Nixium went to the convenience store to buy some milk. The shopkeeper asked how Nixium was doing today, and Nixium said,
Mario's a boss.
I'm fine. My ex-wife still misses me, but her aim is getting better.
The joke was pretty bad on its own, but it got even worse when the convenience store guy started crying. It turned out his wife had just left him, and Nixium had just rubbed salt in his wound. It was just a bit awkward. Number 8 was submitted by Pingu Likes Bananas. When Hellbent was 14, he was talking to his friend during church service. They found a joke on Hellbent's phone that made them both burst out laughing. The pastor overheard them and said, if something's that funny, you should share it with everyone. So Hellbent went over to the front of the service, took the microphone, and said,
what do you call a 5-year-old?
Guys, if you don't know this, Hellbent is so edgy that he was cheated on a test by writing his answers on his own dildo. What the heck?
But no friends.
The audience stared at Hellbent nervously, waiting for the punchline.
A Sandy Hook survivor.
The entire audience gasped when Hellbent and his family were escorted out of the church and told never to come back again. Number 7 was submitted by Kebab Town. Emoji was taking a walk down the street when a charity worker came up to him collecting money for guide dogs. With great sadness, the worker said, did you know that there are currently more than 30,000 blind adults on a guide dog waiting list? Without thinking, Emoji smiled and blurted out, I guess it's a good thing they can't see the list then. The worker looked at Emoji like he had just picked a puppy. Number 6.
Oh guys, this thing might stop the video on its own. If I don't have enough space on my phone, it will do that.
6 was submitted by Raw365. One time, Pandora went to a restaurant with her family. Most of Pandora's family was obese, and she'd recently lost her grandpa to type 2 diabetes, so they were all a bit sad. After finishing a huge meal, Pandora stuck out her gut and said,
Hey Mom, you're gonna be your grandma to some chocolate cake.
It seemed funny in Pandora's head, but no one at the table was in a laughing mood. They looked at Pandora as if she just made the most disgusting joke ever, and Pandora had to practically trip over herself apologizing. Number 5 was submitted by Luigi Time 2. One day, Dolan invited Sidious over for Sidious's first ever LAN party. Sidious was nervous about being around so many hardcore gamers, so he came up with a joke to break the ice. As he walked in, he shouted,
Hey guys, who knows what Mario's overalls are made from?
and no one responded. Sidious raised his voice even louder and shouted,
Denim, denim, denim.
The joke wasn't just bad, but it had drawn everyone's attention from their intense game of StarCraft. So, it was annoying, in addition to not funny. It took a while before Sid recovered from that embarrassing first impression. Number 4 was submitted by Spirit Ophelia. Speaking of bad jokes, Ophelia Heine. When Zaragamba was a teenager, he was showing off trying to impress his brother Dolan's young friends. They thought Zaragamba was the coolest, so Zaragamba got a little carried away and told this inappropriate joke.
They say anal sex is like spinach. If you're forced to have it as a kid, you'll never enjoy it as an adult.
Dolan's friends found this hilarious, except for one, who went strangely quiet. Zaragamba later found out the reason for this. It turned out that kid had been sexually abused as a child, so the joke was a little too close to home for him. Zaragamba felt like a total asshole when he found this out. Number 3 was submitted by Mote of Labras. When Civil Spider was 13, he told a joke at school that landed him in some very hot water. He'd heard the joke from his dad. So, get this, Civil Spider said. Barbara Bush was walking around the hospital when she came across a patient jerking off. The doc said the patient had prostate problems and this was the only way he could find relief. When they got to the next room, Barbara saw a nurse giving a patient a blowjob. She asked what was going on, and the doctor told her it was the same situation as the other guy, only this patient had better insurance. Civil Spider's friends all laughed their asses off, but the vice principal sitting behind him didn't find it so funny. Civil Spider ended up getting a week-long suspension, which he spent hanging out with his dad and learning more dirty jokes. Number 2 was submitted by Tippy73. Every year, Dolan's parents force him to go to church for Thanksgiving. One year, Dolan was so bored in Mass that he leaned over and whispered to his brother,
Hey, what's the difference between acne and a Catholic priest? Acne would...
I know this one. I know it's no. Acne would take a hint. Acne would easily go away or something like that.
waits until a kid is a teenager to come on his face.
As Dolan's brother burst out laughing, the woman sitting beside them shushed him. Then she stared at Dolan's entire family as if they were the scum of the earth. Luckily, Dolan's parents never heard about it as far as he knows. Number 1 was submitted by me. I'm not a jokester. I don't tell jokes. I'm terrible at jokes. So I just don't even try these days. However, I do know somebody who told me a joke that was so awkward and so creepy I cringe to this day. So in the 7th grade, I was in the cafeteria getting lunch and there was this guy behind me who was really tall and really awkward. As I was getting my food, I said out loud, "Oh, I can't wait to
Isn't that rapist that came on that tray?
eat this." And this guy behind me says to my face, "I can't wait to eat you." And it just made me so incredibly uncomfortable that I couldn't even eat. That was it. My lunch was ruined. Huge thanks to the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the craziest thing you did for a dare? Let us know in the Reddit page.
Craziest thing I ever did for a dare was ask a girl out, and then she said yes, and I ended up going out with her.
Linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown.
This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Ain't that something? So yeah, guys, that was worst joke ever part 3. Go see the other 2 parts. I'll see you guys later.